afternoon and welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' homicide count for 2023 now stands at 47 following the killings of three men. The deaths of Maurice Primus and Zach McIntosh were recorded on the night of Friday, November 3rd. According to a report from Eyewitness News, Primus was shot and killed along the road to the playing field in Fair Hall while on his way back from a karaoke session where he was shot about his body by masked assailants. Zach McIntosh passed away in the hospital following an injury that allegedly came as a result of him being stomped by a relative during an altercation. The latest of SVG's homicides reportedly came last night when a man was shot and killed in Layu. He has been identified as Tambu Patrick, a resident of Layu. According to the Searchlight newspaper, this was the third occasion on which Patrick was shot, the first time being on March 14, 2018. The deaths of these men brought SVG's homicide toll for this year to 47, four higher than the nation's record count of 42, which was set last year. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is the recipient of yet another honorary doctorate, this one coming from the Bells University of Technology in Nigeria. The Honorary Doctor of Science, Management Sciences, was conferred to the Prime Minister during his visit to Nigeria, where he delivered the convocation lecture at the university's 15th convocation ceremony. Prime Minister Gonsalves expressed gratitude to the university for bestowing the honor to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines through him. The ceremony saw over 743 graduates receive awards of first degrees and 190 receive higher degrees. The Prime Minister's next move was to travel to Accra, Ghana, where he landed at 7 a.m. on November 5th. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has expressed deep concern about the frequency of motor vehicle accidents and incidences of reckless and dangerous driving on the roads of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Police say that one of the main causes of accidents on SVG's roads is driving at excessively high speeds. The RSVGPF in a release reiterated that the speed limit within the towns of Kingstown, Georgetown, and Caliqua, and on Kingstown Hill and Sion Hill Road within the villages of Sion Hill, Stubbs, and Bridgetown, and within Friendly Village and through Byra Tunnel is 15 miles per hour for omnibuses or lorries and 20 miles per hour for other vehicles. The police in their release noted that the speed limit elsewhere in SVG is 20 miles per hour for omnibuses and 30 miles per hour for other vehicles. The RSVGPF encouraged all drivers and motorists, especially those who drive public service vehicles, to drive in accordance with the speed limit and with due care and attention to other road users, emphasizing that road safety is not only the police's responsibility. On to news in the region. Opposition leader to Guyana, Aubrey Norton, has called on the government to implement screening, monitoring, and recording of Venezuelans. According to Norton, the government should also put in place a mechanism to ensure members of the Venezuela security apparatus are not allowed to enter Guyana and act against the country's interests. In a Facebook video post, Norton declared, "The information provided would suggest that the government is lost on this issue," while stating that the opposition was ready to work with the government. Just last week, Guyana's government and opposition condemned what they described as Venezuela's flagrant violation of the rule of law in its claim to Guyana's Essequibo territory. On Sunday, November 5th, 2023, police in Barbados discovered Ronald Michael Brathwaite of Nelson Street floating in Careenage, Bridgetown at about 6:25 a.m. An investigation into the circumstances surrounding the 66-year-old man's death has since been launched. According to police, the Operations Control Center received a call from a male who said there was a floating body in Careenage. Law enforcers arrived at the scene where they found the man face down, which was retrieved from the water with the assistance of the Barbados Coast Guard officials. Brathwaite was pronounced dead at the scene by a medical doctor and was identified by a family member. Finally, on the international scene, a human skull has been discovered in the Halloween section of a charity shop in Florida on a Saturday, November 4th. Reports reveal that the discovery was made by an anthropologist who was browsing the store. The store owner told the investigators that the skull was purchased years ago and has been in the storage unit since. Police in North Fort Myers and the local medical examiner are now investigating the discovery and will inspect the skull further. On social media, the Leeds County Sheriff's Office made light of the discovery, describing it as a twist of not so humorous events. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WeFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.